Morning, guys. I want to share with you an example today of just how powerful our minds are. I want you to think of this example today because it's helped me so much. If a doctor told you that in order for you to live the next month or so, you would have to get up early every single day and work on yourself, work on your mind development, work on your personal growth and development, you would do it. Because that's the power of a made-up mind. There is nothing in this universe more powerful than a mind that has made the determination, the decision. They have determined that they are going to be successful, be happy, be free, be the most positive force they can be, no matter what. There's nothing more powerful in the universe, and you have it. So let's remember it each and every day. Have a great day, everybody.
Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feeling that power you have, your determination to control your breathing. Same way you can take control of your mind anywhere you are, whatever you're doing. Let's use that same power, that same determination to see in our mind the image, the visions that we want to create today in our lives. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can on all of the stretches and exercises we do together here and now. Let's use that power we have, our true being, our presence, our determination to see in our mind right now, go into the future. Think about what you want to make real. Bring it to the present. That music goes off. All right, good morning, determination. How's everyone doing today? Another beautiful day here, outdoors. If you're indoors, wherever you are, let's go, everybody. Here we go. Another wonderful moment together. Another great day in the gym of life. Gym of life never ends. So here we go. We're going to start when I say go. We're going to start jogging on the spot, doing the best jog we can, best jog we've ever done, or we can simply walk on the spot. So depending on how much space you have, we should be able to do this within the space that we have. So here we go. Ready, everybody? When I say go, your best jog ever. Ready? And go. Still focused on our breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feeling the joy of you commanding your body. Remember, you're the boss of your mind. Your mind is the boss of your body. Almost there. Let's go, everybody. Keep going. Feel the power of our heart starting to beat a little bit faster. Our breathing becoming a little bit more difficult. But feel our power still controlling our breathing. And stop. All right, back to our best walk, either side to side or simply walking on the spot. But focused on our breathing, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Oh wow, what a day. What another pristine, perfect day. Enjoy every moment, wherever you are. Enjoy this. Enjoy your power, your gift to always work on your mind and your body. Always in the gym of life. Okay, everybody, let's start with our 10 shoulder rolls forward. Here we go. Ready? And go. Feel the joy of you rolling your shoulders forward, being able to do that. Backwards, all the way up and around, as high as you can towards your ears, all the way around. Let's do 10. Alright, and stop. Let's do arm circles forward, big arm circles. 10 forward. Alright, now let's go backwards. Again, just feel the joy of you controlling your body to move through space. All through the power and control of your own determination. Alright, good work everybody. Hands on your hips, bend your knees and side stretch. 5 on each side. Alright, and let's do twists. Again, 5 on each side, feet flat on the floor. Really think about what you're doing. Really enjoy being in this moment, here, right now. The power of your presence. Alright, everyone, and let's reach for the ceiling on our toes or reach for the sky, wherever you are. Here we go. Holding it for 10 seconds. Alright, and now reach for your toes, straight knees. Again, feel the joy, the striving. Reaching for your toes, even if you can't touch them yet. Always yet. You get to work on it all the time. Back up. Okay, let's work on our balance. Grab one leg and find your balance. Bend the other knee if you have to. Hold it for 10. Pull that leg back. Feel the power of you finding your balance in this moment. Hold it there. And switch to the leg. And bend that knee. Imagine you've got roots growing under your feet, going through the ground. You're immovable. See it in your mind right now. Excellent. All right, and let's hug our knee this time. Bend the other knee if you have to. Big hug. And find that balance again. Hold it for 10 seconds. Lose your balance, you get it right back. Feel your mind controlling your body. Feel you controlling your mind right now. And switch to the side. Find that balance, bend that other knee, and bring that leg up, all the way up. All right, excellent, everyone. Let's do 5 push-ups together.
Little titter-patter stride of Lionel Messi. Little touch back to him. Oh, there's his first goal!
Martinez making the little run into the penalty area. Gonzalez couldn't get on the end of it. It's
It's gone in. Now Mbappe's on his way. No catching him. Squares it for Messi. Completely on it.
Most people were never taught how money works from a biblical perspective. They were taught to work hard, stay busy, and hope things improve. Yet Scripture reveals clear principles that explain why some people prosper while others remain stuck, even when they pray and believe. The truth is uncomfortable. Financial struggle is rarely just about income. It is often about broken thinking and a misunderstanding of how God designed prosperity to function. The Bible does not condemn business or the desire to make money. It confronts disorder, fear, and ignorance. And that's where transformation begins. This video is not about hype or shortcuts. It is about biblical principles that actually work in the real world. Principles that govern work, stewardship, and wealth creation, allowing money to serve instead of control. If you like our content, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description. As you listen, don't just hear the words. Pay attention to what challenges you and what feels uncomfortably true. Because when understanding meets obedience, change becomes inevitable. The biblical traps that keep people broke. Many people struggle with money not because they lack effort, but because they fall into invisible spiritual and mental traps. From a biblical perspective, poverty often begins in the mind before it ever appears in the bank account. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." When thinking is misaligned, business decisions follow the same pattern. People work hard, pray sincerely, but still fail to make money because they unknowingly repeat the same destructive cycles. One of the most common traps is confusing spirituality with passivity. Some believe that trusting God means avoiding strategy, structure, or financial planning. Scripture never teaches that faith replaces wisdom. It teaches that faith activates wisdom. Proverbs 21:5 reminds us that the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Biblical faith does not reject planning. It demands it. Those who refuse to plan often call it faith, but in reality, it is spiritualized disorganization. Another trap is the fear of responsibility that comes with growth. Many want the blessing, but not the accountability that follows it. In the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30, the servant who buried his money was not punished for losing it, but for refusing to steward it. God expects multiplication, not preservation through fear. This principle applies directly to business. Avoiding calculated risk and skill development guarantees stagnation, no matter how spiritual the intentions sound. There is also the trap of emotional decision-making with money. The Bible consistently warns against being led by impulse. Proverbs 14:29 teaches that patience leads to understanding, while impulsiveness leads to folly. People often spend, invest, or quit based on feelings rather than data, counsel, and long-term vision. In modern terms, this looks like jumping into trends, quitting business ideas too early, or avoiding learning because discomfort feels like danger. Another silent trap is listening to voices without fruit. Scripture says, "By their fruit you shall know them," Matthew 7:16. Yet many take financial advice from people who have never built anything sustainable. Biblical wisdom encourages learning from those who have demonstrated stewardship, discipline, and consistency. If someone has never learned how to make money wisely, their advice will rarely lead to abundance, no matter how confident they sound. At the core of all these traps is a deeper issue that most people overlook: misunderstanding what God actually expects from those He blesses. The Bible does not separate spiritual maturity from financial responsibility. This tension between calling and execution opens the door to the next principle, which reframes what prosperity truly means in God's design, and why wisdom must always come before wealth. Work, wisdom, and stewardship. How the Bible defines prosperity. The Bible presents prosperity very differently from how modern culture defines success. While the world measures wealth by accumulation alone, Scripture frames prosperity through work, wisdom, and stewardship. Deuteronomy 8:18 states that it is God who gives the ability to produce wealth, which means money is not accidental, nor is business success random. Prosperity flows when effort aligns with wisdom and responsibility, not when people chase shortcuts to make money. Work, in biblical terms, is not a curse, but a channel. From the Garden of Eden, Adam was assigned responsibility before he ever experienced lack. Proverbs 14:23 says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. This principle applies directly to modern business, talking about ideas, praying for opportunities, or dreaming about success without execution produces nothing. Scripture honors consistent, disciplined effort applied over time. Wisdom is the multiplier that turns work into results. Ecclesiastes 10:10 explains that sharpening the axe increases effectiveness. In financial terms, this means developing skills, learning systems, and understanding how markets work. Reading books like The Intelligent Investor or Rich Dad, Poor Dad, studying financial statements, or learning how compound interest works are not secular distractions. They are tools of stewardship. The wise learn, so their labor produces more with less wasted energy. Stewardship is where most people misunderstand biblical prosperity. Psalm 24:1 reminds us that everything belongs to the Lord. People do not own money, they manage it. This mindset changes how business decisions are made. Instead of asking, "How much can I get?" a steward asks, "How well can I manage what flows through my hands?" Budgeting, reinvesting profits, tracking expenses, and planning taxes are spiritual acts when done with integrity and discipline. Jesus reinforced this principle repeatedly by praising faithful managers, not emotional followers. Luke 16:10 teaches that faithfulness in small things qualifies a person for greater responsibility. In practical terms, someone who cannot manage $1,000 wisely will struggle with $100,000. Wealth grows where order exists. Chaos repels increase, regardless of prayer intensity. Understanding prosperity as work guided by wisdom and expressed through stewardship changes the entire approach to money and business. This perspective naturally raises an important question. If prosperity flows through value and responsibility, what exactly causes God to multiply one person's effort while another remains stuck?
Good morning, everyone. In our top 10 rules for success today, Jack Ma shares with us rule number 9 for him, which is don't complain, look for opportunities. And this one is one we can apply to everything we think. So that's the challenge for us. Jack Ma has been successful because he has looked for opportunities. He has been relentless. He has not allowed excuses or negative things to stop him. So let's learn from him. Let's learn from each other. Let's learn from anything great we've ever done. You have done it because you saw it as an opportunity. So today, as you go through your day, really fight hard to look at your mind and your thoughts. If a situation comes up and immediately you feel that negative thought coming in, look for the opportunity in it, because in those negative moments, in those things that we don't like, there's an opportunity. It's the change of thought. Have a great day, everybody.
Together, here we go. That's 5 push-ups. If you got to keep your knees down, go ahead. Whatever you do your best. 5 sit-ups. What a moment. All right, and let's do 5 squats. Our best 5 squats. Here we go. Feet flat on the floor, looking straight ahead. Bending the knees all the way down, all the way up. All right, let's do lunges now. 3 on each side. Best lunges. Turn that back straight if we can, looking straight ahead. Excellent. All right, let's do 10-second plank. Belly's knees off the ground. Always thinking about our bringing ourselves back to our presence, our being. Okay, and let's sit down and reach for our toes, everybody. Here we go. Ready? Straight knees or reaching for your toes. Do the best we can. Always working on motivating our minds, because we know our bodies will follow. And V shape with our legs, reaching for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Holding it there. And reach for one side, hold it there. feel the joy of reaching, striving, doing your best, even if you aren't able to reach where you want to be yet. And switch to the other side. Feel the power of you winning right now. Control of your mind. All right, and let's put our feet together and gently push our knees down with our elbows. Here we go. Hold it there for 10. Feel the power of infinite intelligence in you, me, and all of us right now. Okay, one leg forward, one leg back. Go as far back as you can. Keep that knee on the ground. Put that knee down. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. You should just feel a pull, not any pain. Okay, and switch to the other side. Roll onto our belly and push the ground or the floor and look up at the ceiling or the sky, wherever we are. Here we go. Cobra stretch. Hold it there for 10. Feel the power of your being right here, right now. Okay, and legs crossed again. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through our noses and out through our mouths. Here we go. Going into the future, into our imagination right now. Seeing what we want to do our best on today when that music goes on. For me, I'm going to be working on 2 exercises. One is lunges, as many lunges as I can do within the first song. The second song, as many sit-ups as I can do until that song's over. So what about you? See it in your mind right now. You can play 2 of your own songs. You can listen to the songs I have. But choose your own exercises. If you don't like the ones I'm doing, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do, whatever movement you want to do safely and effectively, see it in your mind right now before you bring it out into the world. You've got determination. You were born to win. To bring out all your visions, all your positive visions of yourself, of people, of the world. The way we do our best on these exercises when that music goes on is an expression, a reflection of the way we do our best at everything in the gym of life. Here we go, determination. Lunges for me. You can follow if you want, or you can do whatever it is you want to do. Your squats, sit-ups, dance movement, jumping jacks, whatever exercise you want to do. Here I go. Ready? All the time, trying to maintain good technique, good form. Best we can, always. Just feeling the joy of moving our bodies. Doing our best. That's winning. We were born to do that. No matter what. It's like put the arms out too instead of just forward to the side. Change it up. Whatever you're doing right now, keep going. Remember your breathing. Don't forget your breathing. wherever you are, wherever you go, you get to always work on being your best at whatever you're doing. And that starts with our determination, controlling our minds, no matter what. No matter how tired, how much discomfort we feel, we have the power to choose.
So Liz Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack.
Getting rid of that commercial for a second.
I really like the build. It's got hand grips on the side. It's sharp.
And we'll keep going. Keep going. We don't let anything stop us. That's how that song's over. Every moment counts. If you're doing lunges with me right now, I'm proud of you. You're up. Keep going. As it gets harder, we work harder. That's how powerful we are. We have that determination, that choice, that winning choice. Keep going. Song's not over. Keep going. Your music, that stuff inside you. For me, it's determination, and I know we got it all in all of us. So I use it every day. Let's go. You're using it now. Keep going. Music's still playing. Our music's still going. All right, next song. Proud of my effort. Proud of you. If you haven't given up, keep going.
Its head here in the Parc des Princes. Only he.
Messi again. This time maybe Messi's done it.
Surging into space. Plays the pass for Messi. Did have support arriving, but Messi is going to go for goal. And Messi beautifully into the corner. Makes it 4-1 Paris.
That question leads directly into the principle of value, service, and skill development. Why skill, value, and service come before wealth. The Bible makes it clear that increase follows value, not desire. Many people pray for money while ignoring the responsibility of becoming valuable. Proverbs 22:29 says, "Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings." Skill creates access, and access creates opportunity. In business, those who consistently make money are rarely the most spiritual or the most passionate, but the most useful in solving real problems. Value is always connected to service. Jesus himself framed greatness through service, not status. When someone builds a product, a service, or a solution that genuinely improves lives, wealth becomes a byproduct. This principle explains why businesses that solve painful, urgent problems grow faster, whether it is healthcare, education, technology, or finance. People pay for relief, efficiency, and clarity. The marketplace rewards service that works. Skill development is the bridge between intention and results. Ecclesiastes 9:10 instructs believers to work with excellence in whatever their hand finds to do. In practical terms, this may mean learning sales, communication, accounting, marketing, or investing fundamentals. Someone who understands how businesses generate cash flow, how pricing works, or how to read basic financial reports immediately gains leverage in the modern economy. Biblical examples reinforce this truth. Joseph did not rise in Egypt because of prayer alone, but because he combined divine wisdom with administrative skill. He understood logistics, forecasting, and resource management. By solving Pharaoh's economic crisis, Joseph preserved nations and built generational wealth structures. His story reveals that God often uses competence as the channel through which favor flows. In today's context, this principle looks very practical. A person skilled in digital marketing can build online businesses. Someone who understands real estate underwriting can create passive income streams. Investors who study long-term market behavior, such as index funds like the S&P 500, position themselves for steady growth instead of emotional speculation. Skill reduces risk and increases consistency in making money. When value, service, and skill align, wealth becomes sustainable instead of fragile. This naturally raises a deeper question. Once value begins producing income, how should a believer structure business so growth does not collapse under its own weight? That question opens the door to understanding why structure must always come before expansion. Building business. God's way. Structure before expansion. Scripture consistently teaches that growth without structure leads to collapse. Jesus illustrated this clearly when he spoke about building a house on a solid foundation rather than on sand. In business, structure is that foundation. Many people pray for expansion, more money, and greater opportunities to make money, but they neglect systems, processes, and discipline. Proverbs 24:3-4 explains that, "By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established." Growth is sustained only where order exists. Structure begins with clarity. Clear roles, clear finances, and clear goals are not optional. They are biblical principles. Luke 14:28 asks, "Who would start building without first counting the cost?" In modern terms, this means understanding cash flow, expenses, margins, and timelines. A business owner who does not track numbers is not walking by faith. They are walking blindly. Financial clarity protects both peace and progress. God's way of building business values delegation and systems. Moses learned this lesson when Jethro advised him to organize leadership and delegate responsibility. Without structure, Moses would have burned out. Exodus 18 shows that God honors systems that multiply leadership. In business, this looks like documented processes, automation, and training others to operate without constant supervision. Systems allow growth without exhaustion. Order also applies to legal and financial structure. Wise entrepreneurs understand the importance of separating personal and business finances, choosing proper entities, and planning taxes responsibly. Romans 13 emphasizes respect for lawful structure, which includes operating businesses with integrity and compliance. When structure is ignored, growth becomes dangerous. When structure is honored, expansion becomes sustainable. Expansion without preparation often destroys what prayer built. Proverbs 13:11 warns that wealth gained hastily diminishes, but wealth gathered little by little grows. Scaling too fast without systems leads to stress, customer dissatisfaction, and financial leaks. Growth must be paced by capacity, not desire. God multiplies what is managed well, not what is rushed. Once structure is in place, growth becomes predictable instead of chaotic. This naturally leads to a critical question. After income stabilizes and business systems mature, how should money be positioned to multiply responsibly over time? That question introduces the biblical principles of multiplication and investing. Multiplication, not just income, biblical investing principles. The Bible never presents wealth as something to be stored passively, but as something designed to grow through wise positioning. Earning money is only the first step. Multiplying it is the responsibility of stewardship. Jesus made this unmistakably clear in the parable of the talents, where servants were rewarded not for effort alone, but for increase. In business and finance, money that is not intentionally invested slowly loses power through inflation, poor decisions, or inactivity. Biblical investing begins with patience and long-term thinking. Ecclesiastes 11:2 encourages diversification, teaching that spreading resources protects against uncertainty. This principle aligns perfectly with modern investing wisdom. Long-term vehicles like S&P 500 index funds allow capital to grow steadily while reducing emotional decision-making. Dollar-cost averaging, investing consistently over time, reflects biblical discipline more than speculative shortcuts ever could. Another
Good morning, everybody. I want to borrow again from Les Brown just to show the power, as Ron, our growth to infinite mind wealth, of being relentless and determined and having that no matter what spirit. I remember Les Brown in one of his videos sharing a time when he was asked to speak in front of a large audience, and he was so nervous. This is when he was just getting started, but the gentleman challenged him to get up there anyway. And of course they booed him, they laughed at him, They heckled him. They made him feel like the smallest thing in the world. But he said after a while, he just kept on getting back up there. And he got so good. This made me laugh because I thought this is the power of determination. He got so good at just delivering a speech no matter what, because he knew he'd get better, that he would be catching things as they were throwing them. They were trying to do whatever it took to get him off that stage, but he just kept going. And that was a funny example, and I remember it when I get nervous, if I ever get nervous. So hope it helps you. Have a great day.
Sit up for me. Here we go. Always control your breathing. Bring it back to that. See the fact that you still control your breathing. Even when your body wants to breathe faster, that's more proof of your determination. You got it in you all the time, no matter what. You can apply this, you can use this energy, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. The way you talk, the way you behave, the way you read, write, the way you're kind and loving. Use determination. Use your power to be positive and never give up. Just like we're doing right now on these exercises, on these sit-ups. We're not giving up. No matter how hard it's getting. See, we know the truth. If we do what is easy, we give up. Our life will be hard. But if we do what is hard, we never give up. Our life will be easy. So we gotta remember that all the time. That's the power of our determination. Controlling our mind. Motivating the mind so the body will follow. Keep going, determination. I'm so proud of you wherever you are. Just because you are who you are. Striving to be better all the time. You are infinite intelligence. We are double I. Infinitely intelligent. Powerful beyond measure. We don't choose to lose. We determine and win. Still with me? Keep going. I love you. So proud of you. Keep going. Even if you stop. Get back up at it again. Keep going. This is the way you're going to live. Even if you stop. Even if you get tired. Even if you make mistakes. You're going to learn. You're going to get information. And you're going to eventually win. How powerful you are. That's why I love you and all of us. No matter what. Oh, long song. That's okay. That's good. Love it. Keep going. Our body will rest and recover. Almost there. everybody. Keep going. Oh, well done. So proud of you.
Brilliantly timed challenge by Botman, but he makes a present of it to Messi. Oh, Leo Messi at his very, very best.
Here they come again. Here he comes again. Angel Di Maria in towards Lionel Messi.
And a lovely ball picks out Messi. That's superb.
Another key principle is compounding, which mirrors God's design for growth in nature. Just as seeds multiply over seasons, capital grows when allowed time and consistency. Proverbs 13:22 teaches that a good person leaves an inheritance to future generations. Reinvesting dividends instead of consuming them immediately accelerates compounding and builds momentum that cannot be replicated by quick wins. Small, faithful actions over time produce disproportionate outcomes. Risk management is also deeply biblical. Proverbs 27:12 praises those who see danger and prepare for it. This does not mean avoiding risk entirely, but understanding it. Wise investors study before allocating capital. They learn the difference between assets and liabilities, between speculation and ownership. Investing without knowledge is gambling, not stewardship. Wisdom reduces unnecessary losses and protects future opportunity. The Bible also emphasizes tax awareness, even if indirectly. Jesus acknowledged lawful obligations while teaching wisdom in financial dealings. Using tax-advantaged accounts such as retirement plans reflects responsible planning, not greed. These tools allow money to grow more efficiently, preserving more resources for impact, generosity, and future security. Order multiplies what chaos consumes. When investing is done with wisdom, patience, and structure, money begins to serve instead of control. But multiplication does not stop with personal comfort. Once wealth grows, a deeper responsibility emerges. How should abundance shape legacy, influence, and future generations? That question leads into the final principle of generational thinking and lasting impact. Legacy thinking, from money to generational wealth. The Bible frames wealth as a tool meant to outlive the individual, not merely to elevate a lifestyle. Proverbs 13:22 declares that a wise person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, revealing that God's vision for money extends beyond one lifetime. Generational wealth is not about excess. It is about continuity, stability, and impact. In business, this means building assets and systems that remain productive long after the original builder steps back. Legacy thinking begins with mindset. Many people manage money only for survival or comfort, never considering what their financial decisions will mean 10, 20, or 50 years from now. Scripture consistently pushes believers to think in seasons and generations. Psalm 112 describes the righteous as those whose wealth and riches endure in their houses. Endurance is the key word. Wealth that disappears quickly was never structured to last. From a practical standpoint, generational wealth is built through ownership, not consumption. Assets such as businesses, real estate, and long-term investments create streams of income that can support future generations. Teaching children financial literacy, discipline, and stewardship is just as important as leaving them resources. Deuteronomy 6 emphasizes passing wisdom intentionally, not assuming it will transfer automatically. Biblical legacy also includes generosity and purpose. Wealth that serves only the owner eventually collapses inward. Acts 20:35 reminds believers that it is more blessed to give than to receive. Strategic generosity strengthens families, communities, and ministries while reinforcing the truth that money is a servant, not a master. When giving is built into financial structure, wealth becomes sustainable and meaningful. Business plays a critical role in legacy creation. A well-structured company can outlive its founder, provide employment, solve problems, and generate value for decades. This requires documentation, leadership development, and succession planning. Proverbs 20:18 teaches that plans succeed with counsel, reinforcing the importance of advisors, mentors, and legal structure in preserving what has been built. When money, business, and faith align under legacy thinking, wealth becomes a platform rather than a destination. The question is no longer how much can be made, but how responsibly it can be carried forward. This understanding reframes everything that came before and prepares the foundation for applying these principles intentionally and consistently in real life. Everything you've heard in this video leads to one simple realization. Wealth is not random, and it is never neutral. Money either follows wisdom, structure, and discipline, or it quietly disappears through disorder and emotion. The Bible shows repeatedly that those who prosper do so because they align their actions with truth, not because they chase outcomes. The question now is not whether these principles work, it's whether you will apply them. Ask yourself honestly, what would change in your life if you treated money as a responsibility instead of a reward? What would happen if your business decisions were guided by wisdom rather than urgency? Prosperity does not begin with a breakthrough. It begins with obedience in small, consistent actions that compound over time. Every choice you make today is shaping your financial future, whether you are aware of it or not. True transformation happens when knowledge turns into action. Reading, learning, and agreeing are not enough. Wealth grows where discipline lives. If you start applying even one principle consistently, whether it's structure, skill development, investing wisely, or thinking generationally, momentum begins to form. And once momentum exists, change becomes difficult to stop. Write in the comments, "I align my money with God's principles," and watch how this powerful declaration begins to shift the course of your business and your finances from this day forward. If this message challenged you, encouraged you, or revealed something you had never considered before, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you can continue learning how biblical wisdom applies to money, business, and building a life of purpose and impact.
Feel that? Feel that power? That oneness of us controlling our breathing and our minds? Right here, right now? No matter how hard our movements, exercises were today, no matter how much our body tried to take control of our minds, feel that? That's you. The real you. That's our consciousness. Our being awake fully. To control our minds, to control our breathing, to control our bodies, to control our lives. It's all possible through the power of you being present, staying in the now, right here, right now, wherever you are, wherever you are. There is no past and future right now. There's only the present, the gift that is you. You, which makes everything else possible. See, right here, right now, is just pure presence, pure happiness, pure winning, pure essence, pure determination of who and what we really are. With this power, this peace, right here in this moment, right now, we can always have all the mind health, and even greater, the mind wealth we were built for. I love you, determination. Great work today. I'm so proud of you. Wherever you are, take the power of this time we had together, apply it to everything in your life. Doesn't matter whether we're in school, at work, wherever we are. The gym of life never ends. And life is the greatest teacher. That's why I love you and everything and all the infinite intelligence around us. It's life. It's always here. You're always learning, always growing. I love you, determination. Have a great day, week, and life always. Until next time.